for people to get in anyways.
All right.
Oh, I forgot that someone keeps... Oh.
It is sent. And enabled. You're good to go. Mr. V Celtic, what's up?
What's up? Thank you. What's up? What's up? What's up? So we'll wait till we gotta... We're gonna have to wait until we have a quorum to intro. So give it a couple minutes. We don't want to intro with 5 people in here and then have to repeat ourselves. What's up, you 47?
Yeah, we'll let
What's
everyone
up,
kind of
dude pig?
funnel in, see what's going on.
What's up, Creeper?
What's going on, everybody?
What's
Creeper?
going on?
Tiger? Is it
Oh
Tiger?
yeah, Tiger.
It's
It's Tiger.
Founding, sorry, missed that. I'm founding.
Viking, what's up?
Viking.
What's going on, bud?
With my computer to be live. But I'll go live for the gaming portion a little later.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Fanny will be
For
joining
sure.
us on the battlefield when we commit war crimes.
Friend, I got you. Listen, Creeper giveaway is gonna be announced tomorrow, 8 p.m. PST, 11 p.m. EST. What's up, Orange? Celtic, thank you for being here, holding the fort down. Tiger, if you...
What's up, you? What's up,
Wait,
Orange?
is it not...
Airy?
Oh, shit. Let me see if it's working on my end real quick. Oh, okay. Hold up. Let me restart the giveaway real quick. This is great. Close giveaway. Go back. Nobody do the giveaway right now, y'all. Alright, so... create and start. I wonder if it's because, like...
I gotta keep my streak going.
Ticket. Okay, now it's good. Now it's good to go. Remember to check your points. What's up, Fave Dog? How's it going? Xbox! How are you doing, sweetie? How you doing? It's been a minute. You got yourself another girlfriend? Dravster, what's up? Do I have to rebuy my ticket? No, you don't have to rebuy tickets.
How you doing, bro?
Been jamming.
Xbox.
What's up?
Oh, sorry to hear that, Xbox.
Xbox. We'll talk about it later, okay? Let's not bring it into stream right now. There you go, Viking.
Es no bueno, mi amigo.
It's past your bedtime, Viking. No. I didn't restart it. Sorry. Roddy, what's up, sweetie? I didn't restart it. Sorry. I had to just, like, get it live. My voice is double? I can't. Nope. Mm-mm.
Do you have a mic on anywhere? Your stream, my
looking.
stream, any stream, the collab. Check the collab audio. Make sure it's not.
All right, well, let's fix this now. I wonder why. What could it be?
You should have a whole checklist by now.
Okay, yeah, well, like, listen. All right, can anybody hear me now? Ray, you have an echo. Yeah, I've learned that. My cam mic, it's not on. It's not on. Okay, this is why we do this now. So
I feel like
mic
you
in,
sound
mic out.
Right to me.
I wasn't. Okay, so you guys can hear me then. If you guys can hear me, then I figured it out. Yeah, right. But okay, yeah, Mr. Okay, but is it an echo? Okay, cool. Thank y'all. Okay. Well, I meant not. I'm sorry. I misspoke. I didn't mean.
I feel like it sounds fine.
Thanks.
Everyone in chat, look at the rules, please. Look at the rules.
Yeah, and I know that we're. Oh, okay. So, also before we get started, and I'll repeat myself in a minute when we got quorum, but like I'm not going to be able to, unfortunately, say hi to everybody that comes in. Now I'm muffled, Little Whistle. What's up, Rabbit? I'm gonna.
Rabbit.
I tested for 2 hours.
You are literally fine.
Thank you to Riddler. Whistle.
People are
Okay,
gonna
thank
fuck
you,
with you
Benjamin.
just because
Yeah, no
they're
rage
rage
baiting
baiting.
today, y'all. Please, no rage baiting today. That's not going to work out for any of us well. Thank you, Roddy. All right, what do we got? Oh, all right. We went from, let's see. Oh, I forgot
I'm
quorum.
excited.
All right.
Hope everyone here is excited. I'm fucking excited.
Me
So
too.
excited.
Okay.
So,
All
Grizzly,
right.
you just now added me as a favorite. Are you kidding me?
Hold
What
on.
happened?
What is going on?
It says you just added me as a favorite
What?
What's a
I can't
favorite?
hear you.
I haven't even done anything.
on Twitch. It says that your brother added you as a favorite. There's a new notification on Twitch.
I haven't added you on anything. I haven't even clicked on anything except her volume button to make sure she sounded right.
Yeah, I'm coming right now. Hold on.
Exclamation
Add
mark.
you.
Hey,
One.
what's up? I'm gonna gamble
All right.
all real quick because why not?
Did you already buy your 20 tickets?
No, I've got like
Mm.
9 and I'm fine with that. I don't want the headset anyway. I'm just doing it for funsies.
Okay. All right. Cool.
And if I win it, I'm gonna give it to someone who needs it. So
Do I type in like max? Exclamation
No.
ticket max?
read the
Only if you
rules.
have it.
Right.
Just
You
read the
literally
fucking
said read the
rules.
rules. Just read the fucking rules.
No,
The rules are all
Drabster.
about the
Drabster won the last one. Drabster won the last one, so he's not allowed to win another one. All right, Whistle. All right, guys. Why does this keep switching
All right.
over?
I think that we are
Yeah, we're at
good
quorum.
to go.
Sure, the winner.
We've
What's
given
that? Return of the Mac. Yeah.
it some time.
So yeah, we've given it some time. Welcome in, everybody. So, this is our monthly series. If you missed last month, we interviewed Mikhail, and you can go and watch that on YouTube, exclamation point socials or exclamation point YouTube or whatever. It's in my bio. But yeah, this is where me and the Tabridler and Founding Daddy, we take a month night every month on a Friday, and we interview CWS employees because we really want to understand like what makes them tick, what they're passionate about, and what is behind the person who you all know to create the game. Right? We want to get to know them. Their passions and their hobbies and why they got into the field that they're in and all of that stuff. So no questions about bugs or anything like that. We are going to keep this really getting to know this employee and making sure that we just uncover a lot of really cool stuff that he has to offer that's beyond what he does at work. So without further ado, we want to introduce Karni. He is CWS Project Manager. And say hi, Karni.
Hello.
That's
He also has
Karni.
a very attractive voice.
He does. He's the deep voice of CWS. So yeah, so this is going to be fun. So we'll be taking some questions from everybody, but we're not going to take them all at once. We're going to look at themes and things like that. Maybe ask a little later on. So feel free to ask questions as long as there are some fun, lighthearted questions. And then right now, I am going to turn this over to the Riddler, and he's going to kick off the interview. Riddler, all yours.
All right, everybody. So I just want to take a second. Thanks for coming. Thanks for checking it out. Glad to have you here. And we are about to dig into Karni. So Karni, let's just start off. You're the project manager. So what does that entail? Like what's an everyday take? What's everyday like for you at CWS?
With being a project manager, it's the ringleader is the best way to put it. I take a lot of stuff from creative and go to devs, explain to devs what we got to get done, create the tickets, move along the tickets, talk with a lot of the different leads between my lead dev, my lead artist, the lead of QA, the lead of socials like Mickey. So talking to a lot of people, moving a lot of pieces, organizing a lot of stuff is the best way to kind of say it.
When you say tickets, what do you mean by tickets for the people who don't know what that means?
So tickets are as in like anything that we're doing in the game, we have a ticketing system where we then lay out like the title of it, the description of what's going to be going into it. For example, Hell Let Loose just came out, so we had a general had a let loose collaboration ticket, and then we had in that ticket, you know, the gun creation of the car, 98K, the scope to go with it, the helmet skin, the player cosmetic skin, and then from there gave those to the corresponding parties.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, that's another exciting thing. We got the car, we got the scope, new gun for a new wipe will be interesting because I think it's kind of going to take the meta there.
I think
Everyone's
it
going to
is
be
too.
using it, especially on island. And then, of course, the new map coming. We don't really know what to expect, but I think it's probably going to come in handy there. Um, and then, I mean, you work with every group, so kind of all over the place. What would you say that your favorite thing about the job is? Like,
Oh, honestly, the favorite thing is one of my favorite things is just more so seeing people's excitement with what we put out, seeing the happiness it brings to other people. That's something that like keeps us passionate and going. Because the more communities all over the place when it comes to being happy with us, being mad with us. Uh, but at the end of the day, it's great to see people go out there and enjoy it, especially like the streamers. You know, I like to kind of mingle around and talk to a lot of different streamers here and there. So yeah, that's like the biggest thing that I enjoy at the studio is seeing the product of our long hours and blood, sweat, and tears.
I mean, it's
yeah,
right.
it
It's
definitely casts,
yeah. It's
definitely casts a lot of emotions.
hands-on customer. You get to literally have something come alive and then watch the customer react to that. Sorry, go ahead, Super.
I was just gonna say, I mean, I know with Mikhail, I'm very talkative with him on like every social media platform there is. Do you partake in a lot of social media, or do you mainly stick to like Discord?
Oh, no, I like to think I'm a little bit everywhere. Uh, whether yeah, I usually go through on socials. I'll read comments and look at what people are saying. Same thing with Reddit. Yeah, I'm active on Reddit here and there. At least when
Oof.
I remember to, I'll go look through, reply to some people and just let them know like we are listening, we are here. One of our devs, our UI slash super active on Reddit. I love seeing him interact with people too.
Yeah. So speaking of being in all these spots, I know that one of the big things that CWS does that's apart from a lot of other gaming studios is you guys truly listen to the community. And I know that sometimes they feel like you don't, especially if there's like 20% of the people don't feel like they're heard, but the 80% do. They're the loudest, right? The people who
Yeah.
don't get heard. So when you're looking and you're in all of these different spots, how do you guys pick and choose some of the things that you want to pivot depending on how the community is reacting?
Usually it's majority. You know, it's majority and also like I play the game. You know, I stream the game. I'll hop on some nights and just play without streaming stuff like that. So 9 out of 10 times the community's what they're chirping about is accurate to the point of we see it too, we recognize it, and it's like, yeah, this is good. Then comes the task of okay, what do we do? How do we fix this? How do we balance it? Uh, what's the next move with it?
Really, have any other questions for that? Founding, any
Yeah.
questions
Um,
in that
so
sense, or
yes, the bunker. You know, I know that was a
Mhm.
big decision. You guys just put all this work
Yeah.
into this awesome new bunker. Um, but obviously, I'm guessing you went with the majority role for going back to the old bunker. I bet that was a hard decision to make. How much
Mm,
time and did that? And what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, old Bunker's nostalgic, like especially. And it depends on which version of Old Bunker you're talking about too, because this is if you've
Most
been
recent.
around. Yeah, if you've been around, there was the Old Bunker, which
Love
was
that.
awesome to play in. Uh, I mean, that's that's the fortunate thing is I've been around Tabor for a while, even though I wasn't playing Tabor, or I should say, working for Ghost or GOT. or Combat Waffle. Actually, Joshy is the one who was like, "Hey, you have a Quest 2, let's play this game." And it was very early to board we played. Uh, so Hex Bunker is I like it. I like it a lot. But the new bunker was on paper really good. It fixed a lot of things. It did some cool stuff. We had to sacrifice some stuff to get it out to people. But it can be better. That's the thing is like we can always make improvements. We can always do some cool stuff, and I think the community is going to be really happy with what we bring back to you guys.
That's awesome. Here's the thing though, is that people always have the nostalgia. I remember when you went to the bunker before this bunker and people wanted the old bunker, like the first bunker.
Mm-hmm.
And so people always want that nostalgia, and I use that term loosely because nostalgia is usually like more than just, a couple months ago. But how do you decide when, okay, we're going to just go and revert back, even though you guys put so much blood, sweat, and tears and dev work into creating the new bunker? So why was it that point in time where you're like, okay, we did all this work, but we are going to revert back? Because everyone, as you've heard, Old Island, Founding Daddy, you're not allowed to say anything, and things like that. So why pick this to go back?
I think it was overall at the end of the day, there was such an outcry for it from the community
Hmm.
uh, that it was like, okay, this is something that is truly wanted. So, why not? We're coming up on a wipe. A wipe is when we can put fresh things in. I say coming up. I'm not anytime soon,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
in the future here. So wipes are always when we could put in clean stuff. Whether if it's a new map, a new bunker, a new feature that touches other stuff. Uh, so that's kind of when we start thinking about these big changes that we can make.
So is there something that led y'all to just wanting to completely revert over maybe revamping the bunker, just changing a few things to make it easier to access what you need before raids, that type deals? And I mean, I'm sure the biggest
Mm.
complaint was obviously time to the next raid. It wasn't as easy to
Yeah.
just grab, go, make a kit. So was there any changes y'all thought about making before deciding like, okay, let's revert?
Uh, yeah, and that's something like we'll talk about. Usually we'll sit down, creative, lead dev, myself, like and they kind of talk about it as far as is the juice worth the squeeze?
Yeah.
Uh, because in a real world, or I should say, in the fantasy world, we have plenty of time to do stuff, and we can fully revamp, fully do all this stuff. But realistically, like time is our biggest enemy. Like, I can't make people work 18-hour days, 7 days a week to then get it to the finish line faster. Uh, where like half my guys are very dedicated. It's my devs are very dedicated and they always do want to grind a little bit more, do a little bit more, fix a little bit more. Uh, which is the dev team I have right now is hands down outstanding. Like I working with them is amazing.
Yeah, and it's great seeing what they produce. I love it. It's
Yeah.
amazing. I feel like the game's
Yeah,
came a long way from the beginning.
yeah, no, and that's something too that we just like had a discussion about is when GOT came out, it was under a year development time. Crazy. That's very fast in the development world. Because like a lot of us mess around on side projects and stuff like that, so we see how much goes into stuff. Uh, the team was young, right? It was Scott assembled his team, went to town, started cranking out. Some of those practices that was implemented in early Tabor weren't the best. Uh, and now we go to look at something and it's like, why did we do this? And I have seniors on the team now that look at stuff and they go, yeah, I can have this done in a day, completely revamped and costing less for performance and stuff like that. And it's like, hell yeah, let's do it, run it.
Awesome. Awesome. So I just want to pivot a little bit because we will get into some chat questions a little bit later on. And you know that they are going to have a lot of questions about gaming and stuff like that in terms of Tabor. But my question, and well, all of us, we want to get to know you more on a personal level because that's the point of this, right? Like
Yep.
we understand to an extent of what kind of goes into building the game and things like that at a very, very high level. But in terms of like what makes you tick, some of the things that we would love to talk about is I don't know, like what are some of your passions outside of work? What are some of the things that you do to either relieve stress or to just kind of get your mind off of things that some of the stuff that you really love to do on your free time?
And then also, while we're going into your free time, I know personally, Beowulf, Celtic, a bunch of other guys in here. What kind of beard oil do you use? How often do you brush that thing? It looks so good.
We can, yeah, I say plenty to dive into with that. No, I mean, when it comes to hobbies outside of work and stuff like that, it's one of those things. ADHD is a bitch, and I got a lot of projects and a lot of hobbies. Uh, I mean, obviously, video games. I've been an avid gamer since I was young, from playing on the Nintendo with my mom to then Sega to then N64 to PlayStation, all the way up and through. Uh, and I've been in the video game world honestly since I was like 17. I got a job right away at GameStop. It was awesome. Uh, Worked there for many moons, and then transitioned to Best Buy and worked in the gaming department. So video games has always been like a present thing that I have in my life. Uh, Always playing them, whether if it's a PC game or I have one of those little handheld Arbonic units, so I throw stuff on there where if I'm maybe I was playing a round of Tetris or something like that. So video games have always been like huge. But I also come from like an art background. So that kind of ties in like with working with some of the artists there. Is I went to school, college for fine arts with a focus in sculpture and ceramics. Uh, so I have that as like that side of things too. So sometimes I do like to just chill and you know be on my iPad on Procreate, whipping something up, drawing something, or messing around with modeling. But I do like doing more like hands-on sculpture stuff like that with creative. Uh, and then like the other like that's it's like video games, art, and then the other big thing was always growing up was paintball, uh, which is like a weird one, but it's like same thing. It was maybe around like 17 when I got into it. I was running around the woods with buddies. Went to a field, started playing out of the field. Uh, saw people playing competitively. Was curious about that. Started playing competitively, and then played competitive paintball pretty much until like a year ago. And even went all the way up to the professional level and traveled for
Wow,
that. So
that's
yeah, it
awesome.
was there's like a big mixture in there. And then mixing, some solo game development too. Like, even at work doing it, uh, it's a little bit different with just doing project management where on my own time I am a dev, I am the artist, and I try to make some fun stuff and some cool stuff.
So let's
So a little bit of mixture of everything.
yeah, so let's elaborate on that a little bit. What are you working on for your solo project? What kind of side gig you working on?
Uh so I can confidently talk about two things, we'll say.
Okay.
The one is I've been messing around with Unreal in VR. Uh, so I've been trying to do a fishing type. Uh, I've
Yeah.
always enjoyed fishing in games, in a little bit in real life when I was younger. It was something that my mom was very passionate about, actually, and then my uncle. Uh, so I've actually started fishing more now as a relaxing thing to do. Uh, so VR fishing title. I haven't really played one that I've liked, so I kind of took the Scott route, and I'm gonna make the title that I want.
I love it. That's the
And
best
then,
mentality to have.
yeah, so I was like doing that. And then also I've been messing around with the third option of engines, which is called Godot. I mean, you have Unreal and you have Unity, but then there's Godot that's out there that is very good for flat screen, like pixel titles. So actually, myself and then my counterpart Joshy are working on that together. And it's not our first rodeo. That's kind of what led myself into this. Was me and Josh made a game, took it to Steam, went to some conventions with it, showed it off. That's actually you can't see it on camera. It's like right above my head, but we won an award for it at the Cleveland show. So that was like really cool to do with one of my best friends, which is crazy because I mean, me and Josh have known each other since we were about 13.
Okay.
And now we both, we lived 20 minutes from each other in Ohio. Now we live 20 feet from each other in Florida. So
That's a complete scenery change. That's awesome.
yeah,
I love that.
it's
Together for so long. I got a couple friends like that. Grew up, same passion.
I'm fucking pissed. What?
All that.
Oh, sorry.
Are you pissed, Ray? You good? I don't know.
Hey, Ray, we're middle of something.
So, what were your thoughts? I know it's you're wearing the shirt. I teared up watching the other night. Couldn't sleep. Watching people on TikTok their reactions to Nintendo Connect's remake of Ocarina of Time. How did that make you feel?
I'm very interested and excited. Ocarina of Time holds a very deep place in my heart. I feel like that's one of the first actual games that I fell in love with artistically, like just the art, the aesthetic. You're just on an adventure, but also like it challenged me. Like I will remember to this day getting stuck in the fire temple because my tunic got sucked off by one of the worms, and you're in the fire temple, so you're in the volcano, so you're burning up. And I was like, it took me like a week to figure out. I was like, what do I do? Like, I die, and I have to go back to the safe, and I die. And then like finally it dawned on me. I was like, oh, I can just whip out and go buy another tunic. Okay. But it was just like, it honestly took me a week to figure it out. Like after school, going home, sitting down, playing. I'm excited about it. Because I'm excited to see what it does for this generation of gamers. Because I feel like there's a difference now between playing games back then to playing games now. Back then it was a long, drawn out process to get that dopamine hit of finishing the title. Now it's kids want that quick dopamine hit. So there's gonna be definitely gonna be a difference. If you're in the age of 30 plus, everyone's gonna be excited to buy it, and they're gonna be just happy with it. I feel like.
Yeah, getting the kids to do it's a little harder because I mean,
Well, now,
when we were growing up, we didn't have guides. We couldn't just Google something to figure it out. We literally had to figure it out. Ask your buddy.
I think I have my original guidebook.
yeah, you could buy guidebooks. I think there was one for Zelda, but the Water Temple was a difficult one.
Yeah. Or I don't think we had internet then. So if you had dial-up, you try to go find a walkthrough and print it off and have it. Forms, ask questions, go into those dangerous chat rooms back then and ask questions.
Yeah, I'm curious the impact it'll have on kids these days, for sure.
Yeah, that was something too. Like me and Josh ran into with our title because we made a title that was like a narrative, story-driven, kind of sad game, and kids would sit down when we were at the convention to go to play it, touch it for a few seconds, and then get up and walk away because they were Fortnite kids. They didn't want to sit there and read a screen and listen to a story. So it was very good to early on learn more about that. But yeah, like I'm excited about Zelda. Hopefully there's a big sick collector's edition I can spend adult money on.
Yeah, right. A nice little statue, everything, dude. The whole
if you put an art book in it, I'm buying it. That's what directly is behind me is my bookcase full of art books.
That's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, they're great to see.
I've got a nice Diablo art book, and I still love looking through it to this day. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Blizzard makes great art books. They're one of the good ones.
So
Monster Hunter, that's another big like art book
yeah.
I like. I love picking up because you can see all the different armors, the thought process that goes into it. It's just for me, like I said, as like an art kid, like it's interesting to see the process the artist takes to go from point A to point B.
Is that something we can see in the future for Ghosts, maybe? Well,
Oh, we almost did a collector's edition for the PSVR release of Ghosts of Tabor. So that was something that we did talk about. That was just like a whole great, terrible experience porting the game to PSVR. But it was something we talked about and we wanted to do it, and it's just the stars weren't aligning on it. I said there probably could be something. That's like the concept artist we have. She does amazing work. Our modeler Husky, who does like all like 80% to 85% of all the guns and stuff like that. Like dude's an animal. His models are sick to see. Uh, so it's always fun to see what the concept artist comes up with when we're having a thought process about a new item and how we want it to go. But I mean, with GOT, a lot of stuff is already a real item, so there's not a lot of that happens. But when it does, it's cool. Like to see the hex bunker, or not the hex, the current bunker, to see her stuff kind of go through it and do that. And then, she did all of the really cool secure container uh, skins was just her original artwork. So it was just really cool to see her do that process.
that's awesome. And I feel like it adds to the level when like someone actually took the time to draw this stuff. Like it's not something you just grabbed and go. It's like we can take a minute to appreciate everything that's actually in the game.
Oh, that's like our set dresser, like artists and stuff like that. Like she does amazing like work. She worked on Silent North, so like all like the decorations in the house and stuff like that. Like we don't we have a person who goes through and does those. Like
Yeah.
she has the layout where like you see the house, and in front of the house is all the different props that are going to go into that house, and then she sets it up, and it looks amazing.
So I want to expand on that a little bit because something that I thought was really cool when I stopped by CWS for a minute, said hi to everybody, was that, and a lot of people don't know, and I definitely didn't know, like there's so many layers that goes into making the game run and building anything that's new. So for example, I thought it was kind of crazy and cool that there's one person working on like the design of the guns, and there's somebody else that has to do like the mechanics of the guns. Then there's somebody else who designs the furniture, and there's somebody else who places that furniture and all of that stuff. So I think the community would benefit from knowing and are very curious because a lot of us don't know like all the different things that make the game, that everybody who comes together, like what do those components kind of look like?
Yeah, I mean, so in like any studio, stuff like that, you're gonna have like your concept artists who you say, "Hey, I want you to make this box." And you say, "Okay, cool. What's the box look like? What's it do? Okay, it needs to look like this. Do this." They sketch it up. Then from there, they hand it off to who would be like either have like a hard surface modeler, or you have someone who does like soft surface. For example, like Hell Let Loose, the whole cosmetic, that was a character artist who does like soft surfaces and stuff like that, who then makes that from scratch. Has reference images, but then does that. So then the modeler will go through, models it, textures it, make sure everything looks okay in engine, and then hands it off to a dev. So then the dev gets it. And we'll use the storage containers for an example, because storage containers are in the box or in bunkers. That was something that we had to go through this process. Then we say, okay, what's this storage container do? It has to hold magazines. Okay, how many? 30 of them, and they need to be standing upright. So then they have to go through and set up, the blueprints, which is what you use in Unreal to make things do things. Is the best way to put it. It's a lot of blocks and lines that connect them, which then it's cool for someone like me who's visuals because you can physically see. It's like, okay, when I trigger on this, it sets off to then make it a grippable item. So then the dev goes through, does all that work, gets it to a state on a branch, and then says, "Here you go." And then QA, we get like QA, or sometimes even I hop in with them because that's where I started out with Combat Waffle, was doing quality assurance work. We grab it, we mess with it. Hey, what's it supposed to do? Oh, 30 only holds 25. They say, okay, cool, let me fix that. And they go through, fiddle with it a little bit more. QA looks at it again, passes it, says it's good, and then we push that to another branch where it lives at until it comes out to you guys.
Awesome.
So there's a lot of different steps.
So, because another thing of mine that I thought was pretty surprising is like the timeline of things. So, from let's say when there's either an idea or a concept from y'all, or if the community is asking for, let's say, for an example, a new gun. What does that process in a timeline look like from the concept of the new gun till it pushes live, and kind of that timeline? Because I think some people don't really realize how long that takes.
So the big thing, especially with like guns, so we'll say like the Car 98K, we did not have that round in Tabor yet, so we had to create that on a data table. So okay, here's this round. What kind of damage does it do? What kind? Anywhere like a 3-month turn time potentially. It depends on how much other stuff we have going on. Because again, like we're not a huge team, so sometimes there's other kettles on the stove getting cooked up, and we have to kind of shuffle things around. Which then that's when myself as the project manager comes into, like, ideally I would want to have all the way out to December planned out. But then you guys, the community, say, "Hey, we want this new gun," and Scott goes, "Hey, give him this gun." I go, "Okay, sure, yeah, sure,
I love
okay."
that.
Gotcha, FA.
So then,
Okay.
we figure out where it's going to go in, who can get it done, when it can get done, and when it can come out. And we also, like, at the same time, we have to make sure it comes out in not a completely dog shit state, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's very true. What's
'Cause, I mean,
how do y'all get the gun sounds? Like, what do you use for that? Because y'all do so good with that.
So we have a huge sound library that are actual sounds. It was something that Scott got very early, and it was not not cheap. It was somewhat expensive because it's a huge library of different calibers getting and stuff like that. Uh, which actually we have the sound guy right now, that's one of his tasks he's got coming up, because we have a sound guy back on Tabor, which is great, to go ahead and start organizing them, squaring it away. What do we have? What do we need? Stuff like that. And he's super energetic about it. He's loving it.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, I've shot some things. And he's like asking all these cool questions about stuff that he wants to do and wants to see about implementing into the game as far as sounds go for the game. Uh, so that's like a very exciting for me, because, like I said, as playing the game, and it's a hardcore extraction shooter, we want those sounds to be on point every single time. Yeah, I know sometimes you jump on a wooden table and it makes a metal noise, which is like, what? I mean, some things slip through, and that's some of the things we're trying to go through and just clean up and get into a great, better state for the player.
Okay.
Yes. So you spoke a little bit about it. So you didn't start with CWS at the beginning. You were first a fan of the game, and
Yep.
so personally, I bought this game April 6th of 23. I was playing a lot of OG contractors. I was like, this is the best thing I've ever played. I can play every Call of Duty map, etc. So I was like, what else is out there? So I found Ghosts of Tabor on the SideQuest website. I think I bought it and I had to get like emailed a code or something to download the game. It's way different now. This was way before Meta. And I remember my first raid ever was Silo. I went in naked, hid under the stairs and sewers, and died. And then the rest of the time was me hiding in Grandma's house. So I was curious what your thoughts were, what the process was. Of you playing it for the first time? Did you fall in love with it? And then obviously you got brought in. What was that like?
It was. I remember playing it with Joshy at the time, and this is at like the peak of him as a content creator. Uh, he was making YouTube videos. I don't think he was streaming it at the time. He was just making videos, and it was something because obviously running around the woods with my buddies playing paintball, that's a very real experience and stuff like that. But there's times where I'm like, man, if I had a real gun, I would have hit these shots and it would have been this and that. So then come a point where he's like, hey, check this out. Put it on this VR headset and get a good VR experience. Because at the time, like, I played a couple of things, they were okay. It wasn't anything super good. And I remember I played it, and I was like, this feels really good. Like okay, this might be it. And then we kept, about every couple of weeks or every couple nights or so in the week, he was like, hey, hop on and play with me. I need to go out and get on. And it was like every time I got on, I didn't want to get off. Because it was just more and more like, man, this is really good. Like, I'm really kind of getting into this. Like, if I'm coming around the corner and shooting someone and able to like duck back, it's there. And I'm like, oh, look, I see things in my peripheral view that I can see in the lens. I see that person. I can rotate. I can flank. I can do these things. And it feels good. It is that thing. Like, it just set the hook. It just kept pulling me in and in. And then, like, fast forward to Josh, to like, hey, I just applied at a place. It's for that company that made Ghosts of Tabor. Like, oh, okay, that's sweet. Like, sick. And then about a month goes by or so, and I think at this point I was already playing we were playing games at night, like with Scott. Like, we were playing maybe Gray Zone at the time. He was like, hey, hop in and play with us. You need another person. This is Scott, by the way, too, and this is Rips, and this is Patty, and so hopping in and playing with them, mingling with them. And that's when, like, Josh was like, hey, like, a QA spot's opening up. I threw your name out there, and they said, yeah, I'll give you an interview. So I was like, cool, why not? And then it was talking more about that transition, because at the time I was doing IT work for my local government. So I had a super stable job. Was in that spot, was okay, was good. But at the time, like, me and Josh already made our title. We were starting to do more in video games. And it's like, I can actually go work for a studio that's not just me and my buddy, at night working on stuff. Okay, let's maybe see what this is about. And then, interviewed, got the position. That's when they brought up, like, hey, like, in a year, can you come to Florida? Like, we require all of you, like, everyone who's in the States, if you got a job, they're moving us to Florida. I was like, okay, well, let me talk to my wife. Like, let's see what she has to say about this. And at the time, it was like, why not? Just let's go. Now I'm here.
That is awesome.
And you get to travel and also live near your best friend. So
That's right.
That
has
was
its
the
perks.
other big thing. Yeah. That was the other big thing. Especially like with Josh, like, I consider his kids my nieces and nephews. Like, they call me Uncle Karni. It's always great interacting with them and stuff. So being down here with them, with already being somewhat of a family with them, really just kind of helps seal the deal.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. So speaking of you coming from the super stable job with the local government and coming into gaming, which is wildly known to be a little unstable, especially in the VR space, what was it that fired you up enough to leave something so stable to go into something that's kind of the unknown and kind of the questionable?
Let's. It's funny because I think it was in Press Reset. It's a great book, by the way, about gaming world and stuff like that. Was that working in video games is like balancing on the knife's edge of chaos and peace, which is extremely true. And that was even some of the stuff when I was working, like when me and Josh were working together, like it was either going really good or really chaotic. And being able to kind of handle that pressure and stuff like that. So that kind of helped me like I I can handle stress, I can handle pressure when it comes to certain events and deadlines and stuff like that. Uh, but it was more so I saw what CWS was doing as far as in VR, uh, and I was like, okay, like this company's doing really good. They made a really good thing. Their Discord's growing, their social media's growing. It might be up and down, but studio will be here. It's not like I'm gonna hop in a spot and then in a month be like, oh well, that was fun. Here we are 2 years later, and we're still going at it. So I think I made the good choice. I'm happy with my choice, especially like 2 years of working in one of the top VR
Yep.
studios. Even though we're an indie studio, I would still consider us like cream of the crop. Like
Yep.
we've done really
Mhm.
good. We're still cooking on things. Every game you make is not going to be a hit. That's just how it
That's how it
is.
works.
There's other AAA studios that put way more money into a game. They pump out a game and it flops in a week.
Yep.
Uh, so getting this experience, getting this knowledge, especially with like networking, like that's one of the biggest things I could preach about is networking. Being able, I think last year, myself, the art director Sophia, and Scott went out to Cali to GDC. So I got to go out there, got to meet some really cool people with that. And it's all just thanks to CWS.
Awesome. So, what is in your 2 years there? What is your favorite change or favorite map or favorite? What is something that's new that really resonated with you that you were super stoked that was changed or happened or built?
Uh, Honestly, this is I take all the credit for this one. Was for pushing for this, talking about this was
He's
the
humble.
rations. I am like it
Yes.
was
I
the
love it.
update to the ration system. It
Mm-hmm.
was something because rations have always been in the game. They're always there, and they have been the same. So it was like, hey, why don't we change this up? At the beginning of a wipe, those rations are sick.
Yeah.
Uh, you have player like I was just reading a Reddit, I saw a Reddit post, this guy literally just saying how he just started playing the game. He had a picture of his bunker and he had nothing in his bunker. And it's like, but I know the rations can help that guy. And he can give him guns,
Yep.
he can give him the stuff he needs to then go back in the raid and keep playing and keep trying to learn. So it's like it's
I'm
the one thing that I take credit for, and I'm really happy with that change.
I love that
I'm
you hang your
pretty
hat on
sure.
that because there is not one time that I am not thankful that the rations have changed. And so many people that I talk to, like quite literally one of the bigger things that they talk about with this new wipe is how amazing that the rations are. So kudos to you. Didn't know it
It,
was you. So
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
especially we set them up to that we can change it. That's the cool thing is if we really wanted to, we set it up on the back end where we can have it so every hour maybe people get XM250s. You know, we can do fun stuff with it. So we kind of
AP
future
jars
proof
once a week.
ourselves. Yeah, I mean, who knows with wipe events what we're gonna do, what we're gonna
Yeah.
cook up, especially with us doing this change to it.
Yeah. Especially like you got the wipe events coming, be like, hey, every 24 hours we're gonna
mhm.
throw you a red card Every 6 hours, let's hand you a couple flares. Like, let's make it interesting. Get in there,
Yep.
fight. Like, go
Maybe
for
we'll
that
give
area.
everyone a bunch of greens and one
Yeah.
big last hoorah on underground for people who
Yeah.
hate underground one last time.
That's what I like to hear. That's one of the things that I know Founding and I have been talking about that probably since not long after we met, the ration system and how like garbage it was. It's like you got people that come in
Right.
mid wipe and they want an A22, an LBAF, give them something better.
Oh, how about
Like
the
make that
NRS?
one selection. Yeah.
You're just gonna
One
die.
NRS. Yeah. It's like what difference does this make? I mean, it'd be cool to even see like, once a week you can get a bud and give you 6 NRSs, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
So it's awesome that little change makes such a difference. Just
Ooh,
something very simple.
Speaking of
Oh,
the
yeah.
buds now, like now that you get what 6 now out of 1, like that
Yep.
is key as well. When the max was 4 before, so no, that's some really great changes. We're hoping that next wipe we still have some of that carry over or stay the same, or even if it's just manipulated a little bit. Like it's been a big hit with the community so far, so that's awesome.
Well, I have a question. First of all, awesome on the rations. I think that does make a big difference for the older people maybe that work a lot, don't get to play as much. It does make a difference. It gets them back in the race and keeps them having fun. It got me thinking like of all the different changes, in the last over 3 years for me playing, and same with these two. So I'm curious of what Tabrithers and Ray's favorite change has been since we all started playing a few years ago. Mine, I think, the biggest, most impactful was the foldable armor. I remember
Oh,
I was able to walk out with, I forget how many collector kits, just because of that foldable armor and folding bags. So that was my favorite, how they changed over the years. So I'm curious, you, Riddler, what's your favorite
Oh God.
change?
I know, right?
It's
I'm
you forget
trying to
about the
think of
change.
my favorite change. I wasn't prepared for that one. I wasn't prepared to be interviewed.
That's
So
this is the
my
fun of
I
it.
like it. It's a twist. So God, one of
Sprinting,
my favorite.
stopping,
Honestly, yeah, the
that's
sprint was awesome. The sprint was great. I mean, the scopes, just being able to see through them, that was probably one of my biggest things. Like I can actually utilize the scope now. Like the ACOG before, I love using ACOG early wipe because it's easily accessible. You find them all over the place. Slap it on M4, go ham. Now I can see people. Now it's just a lot better. It's clearer, better picture. So that's probably one of, I'm not gonna say it's my favorite, but it's definitely up there.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, I mean,
not
like,
along with when you crash, you can actually come back in the raid.
yeah,
Yeah, reconnect's good.
yeah.
that's
So for
Yeah, for
me,
anyone in chat, when you used to crash, sorry, raid. Whenever you used to crash, there was no coming back in the raid. Anyone in chat. So if you complain about crashing, you don't have a right. Sorry, Ray. Go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say I love the foldable armor as well, but like my biggest draw has been when they came out with Maka mice. Like it is just by far my favorite map. I'm sorry, it's R3's favorite map, but just like the additions to the maps have been great, but like Maka just freaking re-energized me 100% from playing the same couple of maps over and over again. So my favorite addition for sure.
especially bringing the daytime to it.
Oh
That
yeah.
made such
Oh yeah.
a difference. And then I mean, you talk about changes. The dynamic weather is amazing. The time changing is great. It completely changes the game for people. Like you'll come into a raid and you're like, oh man, I didn't expect to get in this firefight. Now it's getting dark. Do I want to continue fighting or do I kind of want to back off and try to get out of here? Like, what do you do in that situation?
Gotta be
Just
more
wait.
strategic.
Just wait. Yeah,
I
just
don't.
wait. It's I can happily say that I have a tech artist on the project looking at weather.
Well, Mikkel gave us a little hint. He did a "Winter is Coming" meme on Facebook community once.
Oh, how long
So I don't know.
ago? Was that a while ago?
That was
That's
that was a
months back,
while back.
right?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
feel like it was a while back.
it's something that we've talked about. We wanted it for the last weather system, to have snow on island and snow on Maka. We thought it'd be awesome. But it was just not in the scope as far as doability, feasibility, have it out there. But yeah, my new tech artist is lights out. Like I can happily say the one times on the I always call it the Eclair scope, the Ecan or whatever,
Alcan.
is it will be clear on this next update.
Yes.
Awesome.
And he like went in and was like, "Oh yeah, it's this." And like, "Here, test it." I was like, "Holy shit, this is sick." Yes, like yes. So yeah, I'm super pumped to see what he does and where he gets us to.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. Can't wait.
Do the employees, what kind of influence do you all have when it comes to like adding things to the game or changing things to the game? Because you guys are so intimate with it, and I can imagine with the Q&A and getting in those headsets and playing yourselves. What are what's some of the things that you guys come up with in the office that are implemented?
Media's my best and worst friends ever. Uh, I love our media team to death. They're usually who I go to. And then I have like a small little segment in Discord of a little chat with some people that I go to and talk to about things. But yeah, media's always we have an ideas section in our Discord, like our work one,
Oh,
and
okay.
they're always like, "Hey, what about this? Hey, what about that? Hey, so and so suggested this," and it's just like it's a 50-50 if Scott's gonna say, "Hey, that's really good, put it in the game." It's like, oh no. Uh, but no, I like to think like, and we see other things that are out there, right? We see other games. We know what other people are doing, stuff like that. Uh, it's the same thing like art. No one creates an original masterpiece anymore. So when you see something cool, say, "Hey, can I use that? Can I work with that?" Uh, and then sometimes those ideas come across and we put them in the game. But yeah, I mean, a lot of times like we'll some like gun variants. It's the MK Mutant. We have Wilson, our QA lead, has been begging for that gun since he started, and it's just like hounding on us for that. So like a lot of times it's just we have people who are vocal in the studio who will keep asking for things, uh, and then eventually we'll say, okay, let's get it done. Uh,
Nice.
a lot of times though, I use at least for like I've been using it for Ricardo, our UI guy, because dude loves PVE. He plays PVE all the time now. Uh, and which is it's great, because like I don't want to play PVE. I rather go play PvP mode and play online. But I have a person who's constantly playing PVE who is now coming up with all these great ideas. But I use the dead cat uh, method with them. Don't come to me with a dead cat and no shovel. Come to me with a dead cat and a shovel, and let's figure it out.
Come with
Uh,
solutions, not just problems.
yeah.
Yep.
So, or, if you come to me with this grand scheme of something, I might turn around and say, okay, cool. Give me a timeline. When can you have it done? Uh, so it's exciting from that aspect too. And like myself, I, I will say this until I'm blue in the face. I believe that the Honey Badger White Reward is one of the best looking skins we have in the game.
That thing is
Uh,
gnarly. It
and
is
it's
gnarly.
great. It's a one of one, goes to that gun and that gun only. And I do think let's take one of our most popular guns, AK Alpha. Everyone loves it. Everyone uses it. It's a meta gun, and let's come up with some really sick skins.
Yep.
Let's whip up 6 really cool, unique skins that fit to it that aren't like the universal. Because when we do the universal skins, we have to make sure that those wrap around every single gun that they touch, which then you don't get that off like that really dynamic look like you do like we do with Honey Badger. Uh, I think it would be amazing. And which then we get to the crossroads of people upset. They're like, you're money hungry. You're just wanting DLC stuff like that. It's like, okay, well, you bought the game once on sale for $17. and that's the only time you've ever spent money on the game. $17 doesn't feed the machine, unfortunately.
That is one
So
of
that's
my
why we have to
biggest
do
gripes.
DLCs.
That is one of my biggest gripes is the DLCs that can be as little as $5.99, right? Like there's so many games where you buy the base game and in order to get anything new, they have on these add-ons. They're are very expensive, and then it's add-on after add-on after add-on. Whereas people want CWS to do all of these things, right? Like put the money and build new stuff and put all this content out and all that stuff, but they're not willing to spend $5.99 on a DLC or $3.99 on a DLC, which people don't understand is just the lowest price of so many games that I've ever played or even own, where there's something new coming out all the time, like $29.99 for this, new add-on or new skin or whatever. And so I don't have a question around that, but I just wanted to let you know that is like one of my biggest gripes that I talk about offline, not playing the game, out in the wild, where I just like can't fathom why people complain so much about a DLC, but they want something new and they want it all for free, where there's dev work that goes into that. There's salaries that go into that. There's overhead that goes into all of that. And one of the things I just want people to understand is that in order for them to keep wanting that new content is there's got to be something. There's got to be give and take. You can't just one off, like you said,
Yeah.
$17.99 and then be done with it for years, but expect everything to change all of the time.
Yeah, I think we're fair with our pricing, right?
Oh, absolutely.
If like I think I threw it out there, like, hey, put six unique skins in a DLC for $1.99. If you really want it, you'll spend the money. If you don't really want it, you won't, because it's just cosmetic. It doesn't get you anything else. Especially when we do that. And then I love seeing people gripe about the most recent Hell Let Loose one, which was a free content update
Yeah.
with us,
Yep.
us and partnering with Team 17, which was that's the other cool thing is like all these cool collabs, right? Like with Skydance, with Terminator, with Terran Tactical for
Splinter
that
Cell,
one.
all that
Yeah,
stuff.
working with Ubisoft, like it's wild that our studio worked with Ubisoft and the Splinter Cell franchise to then put out a DLC around that DLC, which is it's cool. Those ones though, those cost us money, unfortunately. Like we have to pay royalties, we have to pay X amount, and then we get some of it back. But we're like Uwu, Eastwood, the Universal Skin, stuff like that we do in house. Besides having to pay Meta and Steam a little bit of that chunk, like we get that money, which is awesome for us to do because then that helps us.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the other thing with the
absolutely.
gun skins. Like, if you're looking at, I would even pay $1.99 per gun skin, depending on what gun it's
Yeah.
for and how unique it
Yeah.
looks. Because I love it. I think it's awesome. So like, I mean, you take a unique skin, even for like the Galil, for instance. I would maybe use the Galil a little more just to have the skin and be able to show it off and use it. Then
Yeah, I mean, I personally just want more SMG skins because I love playing with SMGs.
yeah.
I know it's not a good choice in the game, but I myself like playing with SMGs.
What's your favorite SMG?
And we'll try to play with them.
What's your favorite?
People
And why? And why? I have a favorite, but I want to know your favorite, and I want to know why.
Oh, honestly, one of my favorites is just the Vector in 10 mil.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
That's one of my
Vector 10
favorites.
mil. It just it slaps. It goes hard. It's fun to use. Like it's not super complicated to use it either, as far as like where the charging handle is, stuff like that. That's like one of my that, and then the MP5K, just
Yeah,
because it has the cool tack
MP5K,
rails and
okay.
stuff like that. Yeah, those are my two favorites. Early game though, and the MP40 all day. I love using that early. That was something that me and Josh used as like early game meta. Now it's going to be the grease gun, because the grease gun slaps.
MP40, so the iron sights are so clean too.
Yeah.
So nice.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite SMJ, Ray?
Oh, me? It's either
Yeah.
the
Judging him.
MP5 or the MP7 or the JPX.
MPX.
MPX, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
MPX.
Well,
MPX is
the
awesome.
MPX for me used to be when you could buy AP and you'd go to Underground and you had to like headshot or kill however many scavs. So I would just go down there with the MPX and I would just fucking wreck havoc and just get to that AP like immediately. And so it just became my favorite. But the MP7 though, with the fucking drummy, I mean like
I
it
mean,
rips too.
the Vector has one of the best skins, which is the Easter skin. It's
Yeah,
one
that
of the
Easter
best
Yeah,
skin,
yeah,
looking
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
skins on it, and it's my favorite to put on there. That's like we always like joke about it that whenever we play the game sometimes that we're running mini events because we just drop people a bunch of cool skin stuff when I die.
Yeah.
So how do you all decide what skins other than like the partnerships, right? Like how do you all decide like other skins that are going to be in there? Is that like just an in-house thing?
Yeah,
How
usually
does it decide?
creative, usually
Okay.
in-house, like in-house creative, or some other people might suggest some things, uh, or it just really depends. A lot of times too, like the concept artist, she helps out with that. We have a general idea. Uh, that's like I'm fingers crossed. Like I'm slowly pushing for like a cool DLC skin pack. That we really didn't talk about. So I'm really hoping that it would come out and be something cool. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep pushing for it.
Awesome. Keep pushing. I do have another question that I've heard some people talk about. When it comes down to the I don't want to say Easter eggs per se, but like the
Mm.
individual items that people at CWS have in the game, how are those decided? Who puts those together? And yeah, how does that kind of come about?
Uh, so Joshy has two, and it's funny because he was unaware of both of them. Uh, which one is the USB drive. If you flip it over and read the smudge sharpie of the USB drive, it's Joshy's files of something. It's hilarious. Uh, and then the shampoo bottle, which he had no idea about, and that's actually a picture of him. Husky actually went online, dug around, and found it from
That's
somewhere,
awesome.
and put it on there. Uh, and then that was the same thing. One artist, John, just was like, "Hey, you're you're getting the lube." I was like, like, okay, like, cool, man. He was like, "Yeah, it's grease and lube." I was like, okay, like, I don't. And then,
That's awesome.
like, I like Artie's is like, his game board, which
Hmm.
is more so a streamer item, but he wanted that. I think that's like really it. Like, Eli has an Easter egg in the ACOG, which I think it says Elijah's favorite scope.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I know Mikhail's got the little power bank,
he has the power bank and he's got
the
the
score.
cafe too. Yeah. Which also has anyone found the Grim Easter egg yet on Maka?
Oh. Well, now that you say it like that, I don't
Is
know.
it
Yeah.
is it on one of the gravestones? The
Nope.
words? No?
Nope. It
Okay. I
is.
remember reading something
It
on one
is.
of
It's really wild what it is, and it's great that it's there. Uh,
You don't have
so
to tell
yeah,
us if you
there's
don't want to.
no. There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. Go look. Go
Now
find
we'll go
it.
find it.
Now we gotta
Look high and low, and see
Hmm.
if you guys can come across it.
Okay.
I would say it. I don't know if it stands out right away when people see it, but it's the fact that we knew about it and it was really cool to then see it in there.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's awesome.
Soul has his graffiti in the game, which was
Hmm.
just an early thing that was done. Obviously, tutorial guy is all over the place. Then he's got his construction stuff too, for proper. Uh, I mean, Scott has House of Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say that everything that comes down to not only the items, but like even like the buildings, right? Like the jewelry store in Maka and things like that is very intentional and comes from somewhere? Or is some of it just kind of like fluff and fun?
Oh, our level designer Jackson attention to detail is ridiculous. Uh, to the point where he was on Google Maps over in Czech, looking around at stuff, getting inspiration for what's to come.
That's awesome.
And then like you can thank him too for the bro hangout on top of labs with the TV and the keg.
The
That
Oh
was
couch
God,
and
I've gotten
100%.
everything.
killed
That
in
was
there a
yeah,
couple of times.
yeah. It
Not
was
happy about
100%.
that.
He was just like, and then it's funny because then like what we fixed on labs where there was like a collision you could get around, and he fixed it and then put the sticker there that says skill issue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just sometimes these guys do these things, and like he wanted to put one of Mamba's toys not in the blast zone, but pretty much right on a mine. And it was like,
Oh.
it's like, this
That
is
would be
hilarious, but no. Uh,
awesome.
yeah, so a lot of times, like I might go over and kind of see what he's doing, and he's like
Hold on,
snickering
that
and like telling me about it. I'm like, buddy, like this is awesome, but I can't let you do this.
I can't imagine the
I-
rage people would
right?
have.
Right? That would be
It would
hilarious.
almost be worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it would definitely be worth it. If nothing else, to see like during viewer raids to see how many people would go fall for it.
To grab it.
Oh my!
Hey, will you mind grab me that action figurine right there? It's
Just right over
pristine.
there. I'll give you an alpha for it.
Oh my god, it's there. It's so rare. Go get it.
Right. So Karni. So two-part question. A, what is your favorite map and why? And B, if you could create any map out of thin air, what would that look like?
Ooh. Oh, those are. Oh, I like it. So if I'm playing by myself, I like playing solo, or I like playing island. I like playing Island Night though. I used to love
Yes.
Old Night Island.
Yes.
I keep seeing chat ask about raccoons and stuff like that, and dude, being a little creature of the night to me, just being a little trash panda in the corner, just sneaking around. Uh, that's always been like my vibe to go with. And I also thought it was just really cool putting on the night vision, and then being like in that like atmosphere. So like any of the night maps I really do enjoy. Island though, like I'll go run around on island by myself at night. If I got another person, Silo's always fun to play. If we're just being pure chaos, mall.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. Chaos for sure.
yeah.
Chaos for sure.
If I could make a map though, like that's like a really hard one to be honest, because I
Would it
feel
be
like we have a
indoor,
good
outdoor,
mix.
close combat, medium combat?
Oh, it would probably be like close to mid, uh, just because I do like that style
Yeah.
of play. Uh, I maybe like a cave system. I think would be really cool.
Wow.
Like an old mine or something. I think
That'd
that
be
would be
really neat.
really
Ooh,
fun.
that would be cool.
Kind of like Verdansk Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
The mines.
Yeah. And that's like in like I've always been a first person shooter player. Like, you know, from back on PlayStation into Xbox into 360, like all that. Like played all the Call of Duties when they were good. And I mean that, chat. I don't care what you think. Played a lot of the Battlefields. Uh, just played a lot of first person shooters. So like seeing some of those maps, somehow those maps flow and stuff like that is like it gets the juices going. Like thinking about what would be cool, what would be interesting to have.
For sure. Yeah, map wise, God. I could like my dream map's still like an old style ranch with a big old ranch house right in the middle of the map with a underground bunker that has an orange extract and a purple upstairs and like an attic. And then you got a wide area around and all the spawn points are on the outside. And
Did
there's
you
like
draw this
forest,
up?
few buildings. I've always thought about this. Like it would just be awesome because everyone would be coming towards the middle, and whoever gets there gets to pick people off. Like, and then you got nice inside action going on inside the house when you get in. I don't know. I just feel like it'd be awesome.
I mean, that was very specific, right, Mr. V? Like, you have thought hard and long about this. You've been waiting for this moment to say exactly what you wanted.
My whole life has led me to
This
this thing.
diary.
Go make it happen, Karni. Go make it happen.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Karni. Go ahead though.
Yeah. No, that's the other thing too that kind of goes back to like before playing competitive paintball. Me and my buddies drove up and down the East Coast going to scenario games, playing outside. So like I played at like a mount training facility. I played at a place that had everything was made out of railroad ties, and they had a 3-story castle made out of railroad ties. So like seeing all the different dynamics and stuff like that, like, and now knowing like we can make this in VR for other people to experience that can't go do that kind of stuff. Like to me, like that's one of the great things about being able to build in VR. And like, maybe we do make the giant, ranch and just make dreams come true. It's just make his wish. We'll see what we can do.
If I ever get cancer, that's gonna be my make
You know what? I don't know, and maybe you do, Karni, of any VR paintball games. That could be pretty
there's
cool.
some.
There are? Okay,
There's
do you
some.
play them?
There's like 2 of them out there. Actually, the one like I met the guy that made it. It's actually crazy because he's actually a meta engineer.
Oh wow! Okay.
And like it's fun. It's there. It's good. And then there's another one that's like, it's good. So like they're there. Like they do the job. It was cool because I could go look at the layout of the field in VR before actually going to the field, so I could, in my mind, get a good image of what we'd be stepping into for that weekend. So it was kind of a cool tool to use too.
Oh,
and then there's a cool airsoft one coming. I'm gonna shout out.
Okay.
I think it's just called Airsofters. It's by a level designer that he was at Combat Waffle for a very hot minute. His name was Brad. He was a super cool guy. He's very passionate about airsoft, and he's making a VR airsoft game. I don't know when it's coming. I just know he's been crushing it on socials, and it's looking good. I'm excited for him.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I love stuff like that.
It does sound cool. I'll give that a shot. I got a couple questions. One is, well, first of all, the Splinter Cell DLC is my favorite that y'all have done. I would love to see a Splinter Cell VR game one day. So that leads me to my questions. The first question, if you could choose to collab with anyone, whether it's the Burnt Peanut or Zelda or who would it be? And the second question is, what game that isn't in VR would you like to see in VR?
Oh, and you know what? On top of my list of collabs in the video game space, is Konami and Metal Gear. Like, it would be sick.
Yeah.
Not crazy amount of stuff to do with it, but it would be sick. I would love to see that happen. And then I think I'm there with you. A stealth VR game in the line of Splinter Cell would be awesome. Like the Hitman VR it's there, it's okay. It's not the same. Medal of Honor VR, it's cool. Takes up way too much of my hard drive space, but it looks good, it plays good. It's a single player game. I think there's multiplayer, but the single player is really good on it. I think I would have to say like a stealth Splinter Cell in VR would go really hard.
Yeah, it would.
I'd be hooked.
They did that. I don't know if you ever played growing up Thief, but I know they did a VR Thief, and that looks pretty interesting. That's got kind of a stealth aspect to it, but nothing.
Actually, I take all that back. Give me a Gundam game. Give me a Gundam game.
Dude, a mech game would be amazing.
No, I want Gundam. Honestly, Gundam's one of my other big like hobbies and enjoyment. Like I loved all the anime. I played the trading card game. That's actually where I was at before this. I was really like hoping that it was going to wrap up in time for me to get back. Uh, but yeah, like, and that's the cool thing is like, so when I lived overseas in Tokyo for a year, that was another
Nice.
side quest. Yeah, I lived overseas in Tokyo for a year. I got to go to one of the Shinjuku VR stations. Uh, so it was cool because you got to play AAA people's VR stuff. So like I got to play Evangelion VR game. I got to play
Nice.
Mario Kart, which was like actually on a little kart sim. It was
Mm-hmm.
cool because they used Vive with the trackers, so you actually could like look around and like throw the shell behind you and stuff.
What? That's
And then
awesome.
played like a cool bike game and stuff. But it was like playing some of that stuff. Like, man, I would give me put me in the cockpit of a Gundam and let me go ham. Like,
Yeah,
give me a
that would be
Zaku.
amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Karni, you just mentioned that you were hoping this would be wrapped up by now so you could go back. If you want to go back, we can absolutely wrap up. You let
No,
us know.
you're
This
good.
is your time. This is your
No,
time. So,
no,
whatever it
you're
is that
good.
you
The
want to
only thing I
do.
would probably start doing is I got some more Hammer figures to put together. That's,
True nerd
unfortunately, that's another rabbit
romance.
hole that Josh pulled me down. He said, "Hey, let's start playing some tabletop stuff." I'm like, "Okay, sure. I like painting things."
Yeah, make a little action figurines to do all the stuff. My
Yeah.
dad does all that D&D stuff, so he really enjoys it.
Oh, really? That's
And
interesting.
it's something too where like me and him have been talking about. Like there's everything's great, everything's amazing, but there's also the stress side of things when it comes to working in games and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. Especially like it's stressful times all around here and there. So us being able to do something that's a little bit, as a de-stressor, take some time, enjoy it, have a good mental break, and do something like that. So it's something we kind of always we were kicking around, and then he kind of pulled the trigger on it and was like, "Hey, I'm going to start doing this. You should do it too." Here, and then just hands me a set to put together. I said, "Oh, okay, bud. I guess we're doing this."
Sounds like Josh
And
is the leader. Um,
it's-
right? Here, do this, Carney. Move here, Carney. Take this job, Carney. I love it. I
All
love
right,
it.
let's
You
do it.
don't have to do much thought then when it comes to that.
Yeah.
So if you weren't doing what you're doing right now with CWS and in this game industry, if you could just take a step back and think about what
Hmm.
your dream role or job or industry would be, what would you be doing if this wasn't what you're doing right now? If there was any options for you?
I mean, honestly, that's I can say it's something where like I've been very fortunate, right? I got to live out the dream of going and playing professional paintball. Now I get to live out the dream of making video games and enjoying it. So like honestly, like I'm happy with where I am. Like going somewhere
Carney.
else, like it would honestly would maybe be like maybe into like a AAA studio as a creative lead or something like that. Uh, that would maybe just be the only change I would make.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, like Capcom, give me a call.
Yeah, it's not to
uh,
take
Found
away
your
for the
thing.
work you do now. It's just kind of
yeah,
like what you would do outside of it.
yeah. No, I mean honestly, like I like video games is something like I've been
Mm-hmm.
passionate about for a
Yep.
very long time, and I'm here now, so it's like one of those things. Like I'm gonna soak up every moment I can with it,
Yeah,
Yep.
this is
and just
most
kind of
the
keep.
dream.
Yeah, there's a
The
lot of
Yeah,
dream of
like
people who
most
would love,
nerds.
yep,
So
love to
yeah.
be doing what you're doing.
Yeah, and that's like something too. Like so earlier this year I flew back up to Ohio to go see some family stuff like that. But I had a former classmate who teaches at the high school who invited me to come talk to the class. Uh, so it was really cool to go, talk to high school kids about video games and stuff like that. But the
Hmm.
biggest thing I kept telling them was like Unreal Engine, Unity, all that stuff is free. Like there's YouTube channels of free stuff about making video games. There's tons of courses out there that are. I think I just paid $30 on Humble Bumble for like 22 different courses of how to do stuff in Unreal. Just because I like learning all that stuff. Like if video games is something you're passionate about and you want to mess around with it, like go do it. It's free. You can find free stuff to do it. It just costs your time.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
if you make something you think it's cool, like itch.io is a free platform to throw stuff up on. There's plenty of stuff out there. I'm not telling you to go drop hundreds of dollars, but for a little bit of your time and energy, you can try to chase down your dream, and who knows, maybe you make the next Fortnite. You
Yeah.
might stumble into it. Or like, for the case with me and Josh, like grab two other buddies and say, hey, let's make something. Because that's the other thing, like there's tons of college students out there who are getting out of college and they don't have a portfolio and they want to make stuff for people
Mm-hmm.
to then showcase what they've made. They just don't have, I've came across it recently where it was like, I don't know what I want to make. It's like, okay, well, cool. Here's what I'm looking for. Here's a concept image. Make it for me. See what you got. Come up, kick it back to me. And that's what I just did. Like I handed off a concept image of the map that I wanted for my fishing game, and concept artist is working on it. She's tinkering with it. And I have another person who's like, I really want to make a nice, cozy map. I was like, okay, cool. I'll hand you the concept art when it's done, and we'll see what you come up with. And it's going to be portfolio pieces that they then can use.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes
Good
sense.
way to build it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the games that you and Joshy worked on before, what was the idea behind that sort of game, and what made you want to move forward with making something like that? I'm being vague on purpose, so you can explain it.
So I want to say it was like, I don't know if it was Josh's birthday or so. Like his wife bought him courses. That's what he wanted. So he
Mm-hmm.
started doing started getting into it a little bit more. So it was his brainchild. Uh, and like he was kind of the lead on coming up with all the stuff. Like I said, it was a narrative, story driven game. Terrible idea, but it's based about someone who's in their end of life with cancer and they're in the transition essentially of moving on. It was something too where like, you know, my pretty much all three of us that were working on the title, it was like kind of like a thank you to our grandfathers because all of our grandfathers passed from cancer.
Damn.
That's kind of where Josh got the idea from and started it, which was cool because then we were able to go take memories that we had and then kind of create them as a little scene in the game. So
That's
that was
awesome.
kind of it's like a little bit of like walking sim slash story narrative, and you're just playing through like their core memories as you're transitioning to the other side. Like I said, kids did not want to play it. We did like connect with a lot of people though. So we showed it off. Our one of our local like hobby shops did a little convention in the mall. We threw a booth together and had a demo there and talked to a lot of people. A lot of people enjoyed it because they could relate to it. And then from there like, it was cool because it was like the local news reached out to us. We did a little segment on
Oh.
the local news about how we were doing that kind of
Wow.
stuff. And like I said too, then we paid for the table and took it to the Cleveland Classic Game Show, where we won Best Narrative for
That's
indie
awesome.
titles. So like that was really cool.
That's really neat.
But yeah, like, it was a really fun experience to do. But it was like Josh's brainchild where he came up with it, which is like it's nice because we both kind of share that now. Like the VR fishing title was like my brainchild. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, cool. Like, let me know what you need, and I'll help you along with it. Where then he had another idea. I was like, okay, cool. Let me know, and I'll throw some pixel art together for you. Uh, so like it's cool with that, with how that kind of came about. But yeah, it was like essentially all Josh's brainchild with it.
Okay. Is it live now, downloadable, or?
It's there. It's like $1.99. It's called The Secrets of Hope.
Mm.
You can find
Secrets
it
of
on
Hope.
Steam. Yeah. Josh narrates it all too, which is kind of cool to see
Oh,
him do that.
that is kind of
Yeah.
Oh,
cool.
neat.
Uh, and then like me and the other guy, I helped out a lot with the different like level design and the just different asset placement, set dressing, And that's where I started getting my feet wet with Blender too, like modeled up a couple things to put in there. Still, like it it was not a good game, but it was our first game, and we made it, and we put it
Yeah.
on Steam, and we did stuff with it. So we took that first step.
Yep.
Like I said,
looks-
not everyone makes great games.
It's
That
not the
looks
point.
good.
Yeah, the point
Well, I
is,
mean-
is that you guys had an idea, you guys had a vision, and you followed through. And that is more than 90% of the people who have a vision of a certain game do. And that matters because, like you said, it's like a stepping stone to like, okay, what's next? You kind of got a feel for the process and what that looks like. And then you can build on that and the learnings and things like that and the opportunities, which, again, like I said, is just more than a lot of people can do. So kudos to you both for taking that chance and taking that risk and putting your time into that without even knowing what that ROI is going to look like, but still going through with
Yeah.
it. That's pretty admirable.
I mean, look at whoever made Gorilla Tag. I mean, they were probably like, "This is a dumb idea. Who's gonna buy this?"
Yeah,
and
right.
look at it, crazy.
So I'm seeing like Celtic's questions over here. It's
Yeah,
always
if,
interesting
I
to
didn't know
see.
you were really looking at chat that much. I heard earlier. If there's something that you want to answer, or like you can go through. Or
Yeah.
I've been
No,
looking
I
at
see,
chat too
like-
much, so I need a
He asked,
break.
like, is there a preferred education path for game development? And it's one of the, like, there is, like, there's courses, there's college you can go to, stuff like that. But I've met amazing professionally educated developers, and I've met amazing non-professional or educated professional developers. And like that's the interesting part is like you don't have to go to school to do this. Like myself and Josh did not go to school for game development or anything with games, but we just have that curiosity to learn and figure stuff out and go from there. And that's like but if you're in school and you're getting formal training, then that looks good too. But at the same time, like I've seen kids come right out of college and not have a clue about what's like the real world of game development, stuff like that, which is kind of upsetting, but at the same time, like, so the Ringley College of Art and Design, I want to say, is the one that's closest to us. We actually had three of their people be our interns over like the one summer. So it was like really nice to get those kids like a head start on figuring out when you come out of school, what are you going to do? How are you going to look at things? And like go through that with them. So yeah, there's no set course, but they're like you could find them. Full Sail, like I just looked at.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, like it was one of the wife's customers' daughter just graduated from Full Sail and
Okay.
was asking questions, stuff like that. I said, yeah, like send me your resume, send me your portfolio. Like I'll take a look at it and give you feedback on it.
That's awesome.
I feel like a lot of it has to do with passion too. Finding
Oh, yeah.
a game or something that you're interested in and wanting to actually take that next step. Because I'm sure, Ghosts of Tabor started out as an idea, and then he found people that also like the idea, and then the passion behind it is what pushed it to excel.
Yeah, I want to say it was like Scott played other VR titles, and he wanted more, so he made it. Like that's
Right.
it's the same thing. Like I want more from a fishing title, and I'm just gonna make it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and that takes a lot of courage, a lot of passion, time, and I mean because you work all day at CWS, and then you have to actually take that time and carve out that time later to work on the projects that you want to work on, which is just all passion driven.
Yeah, that's time. Time's the biggest
Yep.
killer. Like
For all
honestly,
of us.
like I work, come home, and some days it's like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and start diving right into it and get it going. Some days I just want to lay on the couch and not do anything, or I want to put Battlefield on and play through 4 matches of Conquest, which is 6 hours.
Yeah. See, that's one of the things when I was growing up, I always wanted to kind of work in the gaming field. I was like, oh, it'd be sick to be able to make a video game and like have people play it, make money doing what you like. And then one of the things I also struggle with is when I actually started doing it, I kind of didn't enjoy playing the games because I was already spending time doing everything else for it. So like, do you ever find yourself struggling with that?
Oh, yeah, like sometimes. Like it's one of those things like with anything, like highs and lows, and just sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
And yeah, like yeah, that's about the best of that.
If neither one of you, to Bridler or Founding, have more questions about the game, I would like to talk a little bit more about like Karni outside of CWS in the game and things like that. And so in chat, if you guys want to ask any questions about Karni that's outside of the game, feel free to pull those in right now. Are you binging any shows right now? What are you watching, or what are you reading?
Oh, shows. I started an anime on Netflix, like
I see.
Shala something Frontier. Uh, Weird. It's about a kid playing a VR game in an anime. So like starting to watch that, and then Spider Man, or Spider Noir, like
Spider
picking my way
Noir,
through that.
yeah.
Yeah, like growing up was like I was a big Spider Man fan. Spider Man and Wolverine are my boys. So like those are the kind of shows I've been watching. Books. I'm looking for one right now. That's on my list of things to do is find a new Audible book because I right now it's about a 30-minute plus drive to and from work. So that's usually why I like burn through Audible books.
What's your
I
genre?
don't know how you.
My genre right now is video game development.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I
that's
don't
like
know
it's
how you feel about like D&D type books, but
mm,
Dungeon Crawler Carl on audio
okay.
is amazing. You should look into it. I think you
Let
would
me
love it.
put a note here for that.
It's literally a guy, post-apocalyptic kind of thing happens, and they go into a dungeon and he learns skills, abilities, and it kind of walks through everything and different boss fights, different levels. But then there's also a whole political aspect to it. Like
Interesting.
it's a crazy book. And I think there's 11 or 12 out right now. And I mean the chapters are
That's nice.
kind of short, so I mean you'd be able to hit maybe 1 or 2 chapters per ride and then
That's not
fly
bad.
through it, but it would catch you. I think you would really enjoy it.
Yeah, like you said, like I went through up down. I think it's just up down down was the first like book
Okay.
I listened to that was just about which,
That was another video
yeah.
game one too, right?
Yeah, it was a video
Yeah.
game one just and it's he does really good. It's just about different stories of things that happened in gaming. Like they talk about like
That's
Blizzard
the
and the release of
businesses and
Diablo.
stuff.
Yeah, it's like more
Yeah.
business side of things. Then another one I went through after that was by the same guy, but it was just called Press Restart, and it was about like all the bad stuff in like gaming and how people went through stuff and were figuring stuff out. I want to say he talks about the Stardew Valley guy, how it took him so long to have the game come out. Uh, just a bunch of different stuff like that. So like those ones I like because it gives me more perspective on things, and like it helps me with some of the thought process. And also I feel like it's kind of like a coping mechanism too for me to like process stuff going on currently here and there. So that's like one of the books I like. But also I feel like I love just movies and stuff like that. Especially like in the realm of sci-fi and fantasy. Like huge Alien fan. All the aliens, even the one we don't talk about, the fourth one. Uh, as even as far as like reading the comics, like that was like a lot of growing up. Like I had Alien action figures where other kids had GI Joes.
That's awesome.
And yeah, so like that was like another big one. Just a lot of different sci-fi's world.
Do you stay up to
world.
date with the quote unquote disclosure that's
UAPs and interdimensionals, the real
Oh
stuff.
no. Oh no. The real stuff, no. I don't. I'm
Okay.
in one of our paintball groups. The one guy's a huge conspiracy and other theory and all that stuff. So whenever something crazy
that's
does
fine.
happen, he's immediately telling all of us, whether if it's because he works night shifts too, so it might be like 4 in the morning, our phone's
He's
getting
on the
blown up.
rabbit hole.
Oh, and he's just ping, 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 and it's like, dude, I'm not awake yet.
I haven't even had my coffee yet, and we're here.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's like a lot of that. Like those are the different shows and movies.
To totally shift the dynamic a little bit, what would be your death row meal?
Ooh.
Like you're about to be put down, but you have the choice to eat whatever you want, anything. What are you going for? I mean, sides, main course, dessert, drink, whatever.
I feel like
Throw
we've
it
all
out
thought about this, right?
Yeah, that's
I
something
have,
everybody
yeah.
thinks about.
Oh, first thing is a fat piece of pastizzo. Pastizzo is like a Greek lasagna.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a fat piece, like one of that. Uh, just give me some glizzies. I want a delicious chili cheese dog, and then definitely a corn dog. Pizza, like a nice slice of just a cheese pizza. And this is like this is like me, I guess, being like a snob about it, but like I want a pizza from Youngstown, Ohio. Tons of Italians in the area, and we have some of the best pizza around. Just
Okay.
in multiple places.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
your death. You can pick whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
the one dying, not me. So
Give me and then a nice chicken katsu, but there was a little family restaurant that was like around the corner where I lived at. And when I say family restaurant, I mean like bottom floor was the restaurant, the other 2 floors above it was where the family lived.
Mm-hmm.
The guy spoke a little bit of English, so he was excited to talk to me in English to practice his English, and it was some of the best chicken katsu I've had to date.
that's awesome.
And then it's just some cookies.
I just want to let you know, I don't
Just
know if they're
like-
going to give you all of that on death row. I mean, I love the answer, but that's a lot of.
There we
dishes.
go.
I'll eat it all,
I'm
though. Like,
fucking
I will-
starving now, so thanks a lot for that.
You're welcome.
You guys told me anything.
That is
Yeah.
that is very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I would eat it. I would sit down and eat all that.
Where is your next
yeah,
big
it's like-
travel destination? What are you thinking? Next vacation?
Oh, vacation. We could take those. That's right.
Either dream
it-
or your actual next vacation.
I'll probably like run back up to like Ohio for a weekend or something.
Is that the dream
my-
part or just like the actual part?
Oh, no, that's probably the actual. That's the actual. Dream would just be take me back. Actually, like dream would be like I want to go to Greece.
Okay.
That's like I have like pictures of the like, original village where like my great times two like grandparents came from and stuff like that. To the point where like my great uncle went there, had the original picture, and then he took his picture. So like I have like a
Oh, that's cool.
generational picture line of this. So like I would love to get over there and just go around the countryside and just
Keep that
take it
picture
all
going
in.
too.
Yeah, yeah. And then I'll just take it back to Japan, realistically,
Oh yeah, I feel
Uh,
that.
like Tokyo or even Kyoto somewhere, or even like Chiba Prefecture.
Yeah, Japan would be awesome.
Mm.
It's one of the places I really want to go one day.
One of my very favorite places I've ever visited. To Riddler, we'll go sometime to Riddler now that you don't have to do the ABCs.
I'm down. I'm down. I know Ray likes to travel, so she goes on her little escapades.
I do. A lot of
Yeah,
solo
I'd
ones.
say we're about to have some of the creators in studio like next month, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Soon.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like soon. It's like around the corner or
Shit.
something.
Yeah. I'll get to see you again, Karni, in a couple of weeks, actually. So, and what, Metasukia and Toast are coming as well, I think? I don't
Okay.
know.
I think so. I know Metasuki's coming. You were coming. Was it toast or short stacks? I forget
I thought it was
which one.
toast, but like
It
nobody
might
answered
be.
back. It's just like me and Meta in that group chat that we're the only
Uh,
ones that have been talking. So it'll be interesting to
yeah.
see.
No, it's always fun to have visitors come in. It breaks up some of the day-to-day shenanigans. So it's always fun having people visit.
Yeah, I'm assuming you guys have a whole agenda to entertain us, right? Yeah, of course.
I'm sure media has tons of stuff to entertain you guys.
Hopefully some glizzies. Ray gets hungry.
I mean,
Oh my god, I'm starving all the time.
we do have. I don't know if the picture's ever been posted out there, but me and Joshy made the choice and ordered like one of like the like convenience store like roller racks to have hot dogs rolling on with the bun warmer.
That
There
is
was like a
awesome.
2 week period that we ate way too many hot dogs. In different anything that could get rolled on the roller went on the roller at that point.
Too many hot dogs
Like
is not a thing. Just not a thing.
Yeah,
it was like corn dogs, hot dogs, the breakfast corn dogs. Those what's the Mexican
The
rolled up
taquitos.
yeah, taquito.
Or,
Yeah, those went on there.
those
Pretty
are
much any,
amazing.
like I said, anything and everything was going on these rollers, and we were just. It was awesome to be sitting there like, oh, I would love a delicious hot dog at 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah. What do you like on your hot dogs?
Ooh, it's.
Oh,
It
that's my
varies.
question.
Yeah, it varies.
Yeah, let's get. Well,
It's,
that's my question every time someone comes in a chat. Yeah, let's hear it.
So either it depends on the hot dog. Sometimes I like to just throw a slice of orange cheese down, hot dog down, barbecue sauce, sweet baby rays on top.
Okay.
But sometimes just a nice ketchup, mustard, and relish is good. Or give me if this is bad because it's happened more times than I like to admit. I've eaten a lot of chili cheese dogs from like Circle K and stuff like that. That was the other big thing was traveling for paintball. I became a connoisseur of gas station food and was always just eating different things off of rollers. But yeah, like I would say like, or even like a good not nacho cheese, but like a queso on a hot dog too. Yeah,
That'd be
like
That would be good.
Have you ever
unfortunately I probably
tried-
could talk more.
Have you ever tried cream cheese on a hot dog?
I
What?
have actually. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I've we had like a specialty brewery that used to be in Youngstown that it was called like Susie's Dogs or Drafts and Dogs, and they had just crazy Caucasian like different combinations that you could get. And this was during college, so like, oh cool, let's go out drinking and also go here so we can eat just delicious like loaded tater tots and all these different types of hot dogs.
I think I have a new business idea.
Right?
We don't have anything
Oh,
like that
man.
around here. That sounds like perfect.
That was
Drafts
my
and dogs.
after the bar treat was also like the hot dogs that were fully loaded and had cream cheese on it. So just what I'm looking at right now, Alyssa asked, knowing everything you know now and all of the experience you've had, is there a piece of advice that you wish you could give your younger self? I think that's a great note.
It is. Good job, Alyssa.
Oh. Man, that's a good I'd probably just tell my younger self to just keep your head up and keep going about it. Like it's gonna be okay. Like I feel like I've always been a positive person in life and always try to see like the better side of things. If I could go back and tell my younger self something, maybe don't go out playing paintball the day I blew my knee out. I don't know. Like, or
make it worse.
Hey, you should go in with your buddy when he's talking about buying those things called bitcoins when he's talking about it for the first time.
Don't we all think that? Don't we all?
Yeah. Yeah, like maybe just like it's what it's gonna everything's gonna be okay and it's gonna work itself out. Like
I mean, that's
keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
like just I'm a big believer in like karma. Like, just try to put good out there, and good will come back to you. Hold that door open for that old lady, or smile at that person that you come across in the supermarket. Who knows? They could be
It's
going through
free.
something terrible in life, and you look at them and smile, or compliment them on their shirt, or something like that. Like, just always just try to be like a positive person, even when shit sucks.
Yeah, for sure.
No, absolutely. And I think that's like what a lot of people would say too, is that something that younger selves often think about in that moment is like that it's never going to be okay. And it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
usually going to be okay, but in that moment it's devastating. It's like the end of the world, right? And so just to go pat that person on the back almost and just say like, hey, we're gonna fucking get through this and it's gonna be okay. It's a great piece of advice.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I see that we are about wrapping up. We've kept Karni from his nerdy card game that he really wanted to go back to, even though he already said he was going to do this. But to Riddler, founding, do you guys have some last questions? Or Karni, do you have anything you would like to say that we haven't covered? Anything you want anyone to know that they don't, or
Digimon is superior than Pokemon.
Yeah.
Those are
I remember the old Digimon movies and stuff. They were awesome. Digimon, digital monsters.
Yeah, that's
Best.
that was I was very much a Digimon kid over Pokemon. I mean, to the point where like on one of these shelves back here is like all like my Digimon figures, because I have adult money now and I can buy cool stuff. But yeah, like that's always, I will usually argue with people very hard about that. Digimon TV shows far superior than Pokemon, because they dealt with real emotions and kids' emotions, and that's it. That's all you need.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, and then just I don't know, go out there, have fun, and make something.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Karni, for your time. We know it's late
Yeah.
for you and past your
Thanks
bedtime.
for stopping in.
Yeah,
Thanks
we
for
appreciate you.
letting us get to know you and letting everybody else kind of get a glimpse behind the scenes and who we have at CWS that's passionate and loving what they do. It's awesome to see.
Yeah, it was great being here and talking to you guys and giving the community a little bit more insight. I always try to be a little bit more out there in the public facing, even though just as a project manager, sometimes I shouldn't be, but there's nothing wrong with that. Like, we're here.
Yep.
I say I'm always around. People can always chit chat with me or this and that. I probably won't accept your friend request, especially if I see it from the community Discord. I'll probably decline it, but I'll probably accept your message and take a peek at it. Yeah. No, thank you guys for having me. It was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always really important for people to get to know the people behind the thing that they do all of the time. They're here, they play, they watch the Riddler, they watch Founding Daddy, they watch me. I don't know why they watch me, but like because of the game, right? And so it's really cool that you gave us a little peek inside of what makes Karni go and tick. So thank you.
No, and thank you guys for doing what you guys do, like streaming the game, showcasing the game to the community and stuff like that, for people to take a peek at it, see what it's about, and hopefully hop in and try it for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Yeah, Karni, thank you. It's I have a lot more questions for you. I'll probably ask you outside of like a stream, just because we grew up in the same era. I feel like there's a lot of cool things we have in common. So I'd love to chat to you in the future. So I hope you add my Discord friend request. But it really was a pleasure having you on and just listening to and you sharing your passion for everything you just talked about. Loved it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very
Yeah, I
much.
say that's not to dog our age, but I'm not that old. Everyone always assumes I'm over 40 and stuff like that, just because I have a gray beard. everyone, yeah, always assumes that I'm over the age of 40 and this and that, and that's Scott always dogs on me for. He's like, oh yeah, I wish you just turned like 54. I'm like, no, I'm in my 30s. Like, leave me alone. Yeah,
The
I
beard
know
just matured a little bit.
it does all the time. Yeah, and hopefully soon to be using what's Baby J's or
Oh yeah,
Jaybird's
baby
stuff.
Jade. She
Yeah.
Oh
yep.
yeah!
She I will do
Exclamation mark soap, y'all.
Yeah.
Soap. There we
She
go.
I have a care package coming. I'm very excited to take a peek at it.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it's awesome. They smell
Yeah.
so good. Oh, I'm telling you.
That's what I told her too. I was like, Vex used to always have a really good looking beard, and I know that he used the oils that you sent him. So I'm excited to see this and get my hands on it.
Yes.
That is awesome.
I'm excited for you too. They're awesome.
So maybe next time the beard might look a little bit more majestic, and
Uh-oh.
who knows? Next time it might be pure gray. It was jet black before I started working at the studio.
That makes sense, actually. That makes sense with all of the changes going on. That makes sense. So real quick, everybody, before we leave, we want to go and we'll do a shout out for Karni and go follow him. Give him a little follow and also chat really quick. Founding Daddy to Riddler and I, we will be back in about 10 minutes. We're going to switch over everything and we are going to start some Tabor raids and we're going to go back to normal streaming. So, and also last night to get your tickets for the Quest 3S giveaway. So, thank you, gentlemen.
Stay tuned.
Yep, keep watching. Thank you, chat. We'll see you again soon. Karni, again, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Karni.
Bye. Bye, all.
Bye, everybody.
Yep. See you
Bye.
soon, chat.
I disconnected the video. Okay. I was like, what's happening?
All right, see you guys in like 10 minutes.
Yep. See you here in just a minute.
All right, Karni, really, that was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Can't wait to chat soon.
Yeah, feel free. Yeah, shoot me whatever you want. So it's, like I said, that door's always open.
Yeah. Are you, Karni, are you a friend of Bill?
Bill.
Okay, you don't know. Never mind. Someone in chat or Ray said you don't drink alcohol, so it's a term. It's like an AA thing. Are you a friend of Bill?
Oh no, I am. No, I say I am sober though.
Are you? Okay.
Founding.
Oh,
You
my.
guys are still on stream.
Are we?
Oh.
Well, there's our anonymity. All right, Karni, we'll talk soon.
Okay. Yeah.